Today we are trying to make Jamaica the best country in FC 25, rebuilding with only Jamaicans and using Sheffield Wednesday for it. In real life right now, Sheffield Wednesday are actually not doing too badly. They are sitting in 10th in the championship, but this is going to be the last time you see most of those players, because we are going to sell all of those who are not Jamaican. Love is Jamaican. We also have Bernard. He's 23, whilst Love is 29. But yeah, all the others are going to go. Maybe not all of them right away, but shortly they will all be gone. We will need legs, as I'm going to opt for a gegenpressing style of play. I was a little bit surprised when I saw that we've got actually 5 million in our bank to go in for either new players or scouts. And the first thing I'm actually doing is hiring a scout, 5-star, 4-star. Hopefully it's going to work with this and it's not a glitched scout. I'm going to send him, of course, to Jamaica. First for 3 months, just for goalkeepers, just to see if it works. We've made the first clear out happen as we've sold the whole list of players. Charlie McNeil goes to Montpellier. Michael Iekvie, I think I've butchered his name, but he goes to Hull City. Liam Palmer to West Bromwich Albion. Marvin Johnson to Lecce. Michael Smith to Watford. And Barry Bannon to Everton. Meaning, though, that we are back up to 7 million in our budget after this clear out. As our only signing of Season 1, we bring in a 31-year-old right midfielder from Leicester. We didn't have a lot of money, so for 3.2 million we've got hold of Bobby De Cordova-Reid. De Cordova-Reid slops into that right midfield spot, Gassama on the left, but now at least we can say we've got 3 Jamaicans in the starting 11. Bernard, the most talented one, Love's 29, and of course De Cordova-Reid. I'm just hopeful that Enda Gilchrist is not corrupted. We've also sold Paul Valentin to Cardiff City for 1.3 million. And you must have clocked it, I've changed the formation into a 4-4-2 to accommodate both Ukbo and Love. Charles in the midfield, he's only on loan just like Beadle. And yeah, that is how we are going into Season 1. Hopefully we get some Youth Academy talents. Effectively, things are going well with the 5-star, 4-star scout. We've already found 2 players, not a corrupted scouting report. Great. We have found a keeper by the name of Curtis Prince that we can promote right away to the senior team. We've actually found a couple of good players. Malcolm Stewart gets promoted to the senior team. We've also found Denzel Lawrence, who is too young yet. Carlton Baker, a left back. And then, yeah, that is actually it. But a few good players, actually talented players. A few players like this Andre Robinson guy, Raymond Richards, and Denzel Robinson. Both those guys are going to get promoted right away. Yes, we've actually maybe not done too badly. 2 Jamaicans up top. Love and De Cordova-Reid with 30 goals in between them. Ugbo with 8. However, we have been relegated as second bottom in the championship back to League One. Burnley and Leeds go up, alongside Luton Town, Norwich, Hull or Sheffield United, one of those 4. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because we will get worse before we get better. That is for sure. We will play in League One next season. Found that at the start of the second season it'd be a good thing to sell another big chunk of players. Josh Windass, Anthony Wuzaba, Olaf Kobatski, 2 wingers, JJ Gassama, we have Jan Valeri, the right back, who has also been sold, Nathaniel Shaloba, and Malik Wilkes, another winger. Stewart now gets the left midfield spot, Robinson the centre midfield spot, we have Lawrence on right back, he's of course the new man, and this squad of course is going to maybe not fight for relegation to League 2, but we have still a good back line. Goalkeeper is also Prince, the Jamaican. But I would be happy with mid-table for first League One season. We found another couple of talents who get promoted. Andre Gibson and Isaac Campbell. Also found Raymond Gray, but he's too young, just like Tony Anderson. Both with great. At the end of the second season, we are back up to the championship, being the champions of League One on 89 points, 11 losses still. But we are going up ahead of Reading. We've even participated in the BSM Trophy and won it right away, defeating Portsmouth in the final, 2-1. My Jamaican guy Jamal Love delivered, but Ike Ugbo even more. Of course, De Cordova Reed also there with 13 goals, 10 assists. We have Robinson who played 60 games. Other players like Stewart who played 61 games. Where are the others? Robinson, Gibson, they also played 27 respectively, 12 games. Prince is up to a 73, played 61 games. Slowly but surely we are establishing a Jamaican core side in this Sheffield Wednesday team. First in League One, hopefully we will not get relegated again from the Championship, but we'll see that next season. So at the end of Season 3, Bobby De Cordova Reed is going to retire. That is one blow. We do, however, have a lot of Jamaican talent, as you can see, and all of those I'm trying to get really up to task. Couple of good players like Billy Anderson, 60 overall, 68 to 94 potential. We also still have Gray. Taylor is not that great. Simon has a lot of potential, but he's only 14. And Jones is also only 15 right now, not a centre back. We've sold Pierce Charles, Bailey Kadamerteri, Ike Ugbo, our best striker so far. He goes to Sheffield United for 10 million, and Issa Campbell gets a loan move. Meaning that we are up to 32 million in the budget, a big budget for Championship. I mean, our squad has been cleared out so well, but the problem now is that we don't have any goalkeepers or strikers on the bench. That is a bit of a problem right now. I have actually found a solution. Campbell comes back from his loan move. He's only 1760 overall, at least like that we have a backup striker. We have actually managed to sell Dominic Goffa to Swansea City for just under $1 million, giving us the opportunity to sign our first absolute world beater here at Sheffield Wednesday in Season 3. A player coming down from the Premier League. You guys maybe guessed it, it is Leon Bailey joining us from Fulham for 28 million. We nearly had to give all our budget away. However, that is now a big difference with how the team is looking like. Bailey in the starting team on the right midfield spot. That is the star player of this team now, 28-81 rated. Lawrence right now is the weakest link of this team. He's 1762, but he's showing great potential. That is something to be very aware of. Prince is still our goalkeeper. He's very good. Robinson now in the midfield. Stewart on the left, Bailey on the right. Burke goes up top along with Loaf. We have finally found Dwight Charles, a backup goalkeeper. For now, he is fine. 1657 overall. Somehow, some way, we face some adversity here in this Jamaican rebuild because at some point the scouting report was just corrupted again. The Youth Academy report. I just don't understand how. Having 1 million in the bank, we can't even hire a new scout. That is the most frustrating thing. I may have just found a way to fix the Youth Academy because we have reports again, and that is because I've hired 2 one-star scouts, not Ibrahim Walton. I can show you here. There are 2 one-star scouts. I think the problem was that we fired the other guy on the left here, and that's why Gilchrist was corrupted as well. So Gilchrist is back, and the reports are not by the end of yet another season. We are back in the Championship and we are in 18th. We stay in here. 12 points ahead of Wrexham, who are in the relegation zone. In 18th we are. We are looking at 15 goals by Jamal Love, 11 and 11 for Bailey, our star player, and 9 goals even for Vivian Burke from striker as well. We've also found this guy, Dwight Graham, a 15-year-old, 55 rated striker, 84 to 94 potential. He will get promoted as soon as he turns 16. We are right now not really progressing, but the only help that we can get is by getting good Youth Academy players. For now, we are still in the Championship for next season. We do have around 11 million, and so we go in for a new centre midfielder, position where we need strength in. 22-year-old Keroy Anderson joins us from Motor Lublin for 2.5 million. On the other hand, we have sold Svante Ingelsson for 5 million to Las Palmas and loaned out Billy Anderson for another year, the centre back. We now have a 22-year-old 70-rated Anderson along with Robinson in the midfield. That is at least younger already. Anderson is 7 years younger than Ingelsson and he's Jamaican. We now have two, if I'm not mistaken, two players non-Jamaican in the whole starting 11. In the whole team, we have also Fuzire and Otegbayo on the bench, but otherwise only Jamaican players. We are coming closer to where we want to be. We've actually found a couple of very interesting players again. Francis, 15 years old, centre midfielder. James, centre midfielder, 17 years old. He gets promoted straight away. Just like Sinclair, who is a cam. We don't use cams right now, but still, I wanted to see if we can, maybe in the future, use cams. But Francis is still too young. Gray also gets promoted, he's 16. Just like this Grant guy. And then we have Richards with 71 to 91 potential, 14 years old though only. So in our latest report, we've actually found Donald Williams, a 17-year-old, 62 rated CM. That is a great thing. Just like Francis, both of those get promoted to the senior team. Something bad has happened as Leon Bailey is joining Newcastle United when the next transfer window is open. So something has gone horribly wrong, guys. We have been relegated this season. I'm really not happy with this. 10 wins only in 46 games, 6 points off Birmingham City. We have been relegated back to League One. We are losing Leon Bailey next season on a free transfer. 15 goals he scored for us, 12 for Berg. We have 9 for Anderson and 9 for Lowe. But considering we lose our best player in Leon Bailey, yeah, that is a big blow. I mean, the team actually is coming together nicely. If you bring away Bailey, you have to play Robinson probably. Bernard is at a 78 overall. Prince is at 78. We have Stewart 72. Anderson 74. Berg is also developing quite nicely. But it's the rest of the team that is lacking. For next season already, we've loaned out 3 players. Donald Williams, Duan Francis, 2 centre midfielders, and Dwight Graham, the striker. Just for them to get the necessary game time. After 4 seasons, we are back down in League One. We are stuck in a rut. Hopefully we can get out of there. Without Leon Bailey, it's going to be difficult, but oh well, let's look at the positive side of things. We have got a lot of youth players who are going to develop. We sold both Akit Famevo as well as Andre Robinson. Famevo goes to Sassuolo, Robinson joins Hannover, and Gabriel Otegbayo joins Cremonese for 3.6 million. So 2 non-Jamaican players have been sold. I actually don't want to bring anyone in. I want to give maybe Robinson or Gray that right midfield spot. I don't want to harm any of their growths. Otherwise, yeah, this team, we have James in the centre midfield spot. He's 1865. He's lower rated than Gibson, but he's got higher ceiling. We found another couple of talented centre backs in Dexter Thomas and Junior Graham. One is 16 and gets promoted right away to give us squad depth. The other one, I'm going to give him a plan. At the end of yet another season in League One, we are in 9th position on 70 points. Actually not far off the playoffs, but we don't get promoted this season. The BSM trophy goes to Reading over Doncaster. Here we've been knocked out in round 2 to Bristol Rovers. This is the man, Vivian Burke with 36 goals. He's carried our team. 13 for Campbell as a backup. Anderson with 8 and 13. And 7 and 3 for Robinson from right midfield. Of course, former goal scorer Love is going to retire at the end of the season, so we'll have to find another solution. We haven't had a great season. Look at the managerial rating on the top right. That is atrocious. So at the end of season 6, we'll have another player retiring, Max Love, who has really stepped his game up to a 77, but he's retiring at the age of 32. Looking at the squad now in season 6, I mean, the players are coming together nicely. We may need a new striker or a change in formation, because we've actually got a few centre midfielders like Williams on the bench as well. Let me see what I can do there. So here's what I've done. Berg up top, Gray on the right, Stewart on the left. We have Anderson, James and Williams in midfield. That's right now the strongest team I can field. And so I've also brought in one big player at the start of season 6, a centre midfielder, replacing Anderson in a swap deal. This guy is already at an 81 overall, Andre Berg at the age of 23, coming in from Moto Lublin for 15 million plus Anderson. Just look at the quality of the midfield now. Berg, Williams and James. James and Williams have got a lot of potential. I just want to find someone better for the right wing and, of course, the left back, where Lowe is the last player standing that is non-Jamaican in this whole team. We have found a couple of interesting players who are not that great, but at least they've got some potential, and we're going to promote all of these 5 players that are older than 50. At the end of the league season, we are promoted finally again back to the championship in second place behind Birmingham City. We've only lost 2 games all year long out of 46. In terms of the BSM trophy, that goes to Bristol Rovers over MK Dons. We don't win that. We have made the quarterfinals before getting knocked out on pants, agonizingly close to MK Dons. This is what I'm talking about. 42 goals for Vivian Berg, 18 and 15 for Andre Berg, who is up to an 85, 13 and 9 for Stewart, and even 11 goals for Williams, with 10 assists for Jonathan James. So that's it with season number 6, second in the league in League 1. We've made round 3 of the FA Cup, and Carabao wasn't really anything to be really proud of, so I didn't show you. But yes, we are back to the championship in season 7. At the start of season 7, we get hold of a couple of good players, both wingers, the position where we need probably the most improvement in. First, we are going for a left winger from Atletico Madrid, 4.3 million for Dexter Gordon. We've sold Sean Fuzaya, another player who was, of course, English. Andre Lawrence also goes away because his talent wasn't that great anymore. Andre Gibson the same. We have Denzel Robinson, who anyway wanted to leave the club, goes away as well. We've got some money, not a lot, but we've certainly loaned out a whole list of talented players. Francis is a centre midfielder, Thomas a centre back, Sinclair a cam. We have Graham and Richards, who are also there. Graham is a striker. He's 72 rated already. Richards a centre-back. And Carlton Taylor a right winger as well. Since we've lost Leon Bailey, we didn't really have a great winger, but now I think we've got a couple of quite good ones at least. The man we've just signed is called Dexter Grant, comes in for 13 million from the Belgian league. And just as a stopgap in midfield, we sign a striker, centre midfielder, not a striker, because we didn't have a lot of depth there. It is John Russell joining us on a free to Sheffield Wednesday, of course. He's 29 already. James, Berg and Williams are still the starters. Grant goes to the right, Gordon to the left. We have Sinclair now on the left back. I don't really like that. That's the only position I'm still looking for improvement at the moment. We've actually found a man who can really help us right now. A showing great potential left back who was formerly of our academy, then picked up by Saint Etienne, and now we've bought him from them. I'm talking about the Jamaican Jerome Samuel, the left back. 2.3 million he cost us to buy back to ourselves. Samuel is higher rated than, of course, Sinclair. That's why he goes into the starting 11. We have Simon on the bench as a right back and Sinclair now as the left back. I'm gonna adjust this team. I can't stand when there is no order in this team. I found Raymond Robinson, a promising left back, 15, 57 overall, 79 to 94 potential. He stays in the youth academy, gets a development plan, and let's see how he's in the championship. And we have finished in 3rd place on 97 points, which is crazy. Only lost 3 games again. Ipswich and Brentford go up. I mean, Ipswich, 122 points is crazy. We go to the playoffs still, where we defeat Middlesbrough in the semi-final to face Watford in the big final, where we just about lose on penalties. That is cruel. And the FA Cup we've won! How is that even possible? We are in the championship and we've won the FA Cup against Reading of all teams. We will play European football in the championship. That is just so funny. The Carabao goes to Brentford over Newcastle. A bit of normality was restored here as we've been knocked out in round 1 by Crawley. Don't let me show you the stats for this season. I can tell you Berg absolutely delivered again. But yeah, it's unfortunate I can't show you the standings at the end of season 7. One position that hasn't really stepped up is still the left back. But Samuel is an exciting prospect, so I'm still expecting a lot from him. Anderson has this potential to be special. Prince is at an 82, Bernard up to an 81, even Lawrence 81, Gordon 77 and Grant 79, the 2 players we bought last season, and Berg up to an 83 with the other Berg in midfield up to an 86. We do have around 15 million, but there is no player really I want to go in for this season, in season 8. So the only thing we've done is loaned out a couple of players again. Junior Graham, the centre-back, and Juan Francis. Both of them need still. Aiden That's what I wanted to see. Sheffield Wednesday with 39 wins out of 46 games. 4 losses, one more than last season actually. But we are on 120 points and a whole, let's say, 31 points ahead of Everton, which is absolutely crazy. The FA Cup goes to Manchester City over Bournemouth, which we've been knocked out this time already in round 4 by West Ham. The Carabao goes to Aston Villa over Nottingham Forest. Here we've been knocked out also in round 4 by Crystal Palace. We've been in the Europa League where we finished in 5th place, direct automatic qualification for the round of 16, where we even defeated us at Alkmaar, but then lost to Brighton. Still a valiant run here to the quarterfinals of the Europa League as a championship club. Let's have a look at the other 2 European competitions this first time. Manchester City defeat AC Milan in the Champions League, and the Conference League goes to the Italians of Atalanta over Brentford, this time the other way around, the Italian beating the English team. I mean, Dexter Grant, 40 goals, 17 assists in the championship, 34 and 14 for Dexter Gordon. Incredible. Berg with 35 goals as well, the other Berg with 17 and 11. We've had a few great seasons now, finally we are coming in to our groove. We've also been runner-up of the Community Shield. But yes, first in the championship, we are going to the Premier League in Season 9. As per usual, we send out a lone army of about 6 or 7 players, and we've sold Curtis Sinclair, who has lost his potential tag. He goes to Bodrum Sport. How is that even possible? We are the Premier League champions in our first Premier League season. That is crazy. On the same points than Arsenal, 73, but we have won the league. That is unbelievable. The FA Cup goes to Manchester City over Norwich. We've been knocked out by Manchester United in round 5. And the Carabao Cup, we've actually reached the final before just about losing to Chelsea. PSG win the Champions League over Dortmund, where we will be playing, of course, next season. The Europa League goes to Napoli over Manchester United. And the Conference League to Stuttgart over the Spanish side, Villarreal. Unbelievable season, 36 this time for Gordon, Dexter Gordon, 21 for Vivian Berg, and 15 and 13 for Dexter Grant, with 6 and 9 for 90 rated Andre Berg as well. I'm over the moon with how we've done. We will be in the Champions League in Season 10. We've also reached the Carabao Cup final after winning the FA Cup, of course, a couple of seasons ago. We have got so much money that I have decided to bring back a former player of ours, who we sold in a swap deal. A centre midfielder by the name of Karoy Anderson, of course, the second time he's coming in from Motor Lublin for 22 million. Our bench looks much better with those 2 players on it. Still have Richards, Grant, Simon and Sinclair, who haven't really developed that nicely. Taylor and Stewart the wingers, Campbell a second striker on the bench. But the start 11 is looking absolutely fine. After 24 games in the Premier League this season of 38, we are in first place, 56.7 ahead of Liverpool and 16 ahead of Leicester City in third. That's a domination so far. And we finish in the top 8 comfortably of the UEFA Champions League phase. 5 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses, off to the round of 16. It is round of 16 time at the Stadio Olimpico in Italy, in Rome, against AS Roma, away from home. And it's a 3-1 win. We were 1-0 behind even to Sudakov, but Williamsburg and Gordon all score goals for us to give us a 3-1 away win. Second leg time, we should get through here at home against Roma, and it's a 2-3 defeat, but we still win 5-4 on aggregate. That was a bit too close for comfort. Gordon had to get one back in the 83rd to guarantee us the stay in the quarterfinals. Of course, in the quarterfinals, we had to face the English giants, Manchester City. And we will play them first away from home. We have beaten them to the title last year, so let's see how this goes in the UCL. Away from home, we get a 3-2 win. Gordon with a hat-trick. That is what you love to see. 3-2. We come away with a win. At the Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield. Can we get another win? No, it's a draw, but that is enough. Burke with the equaliser of Haaland's lead. We are in the Champions League semi-finals. In the semi-finals, we'll face Borussia Dortmund, this time first at home at Hillsborough. Can we come away with a win here as well? Yes, Grandon Williams with 2 goals. Ileni Kena gave Dortmund 1 back, but we come away with another win and are going into the second leg in Dortmund with a huge advantage. After dominating the Premier League, can we also dominate the UCL? Away from home, we win 4-2 and go to the UCL. 4-2 win. The final is ours. Gordon, Gordon, Gordon and Gordon. 4 goals by one player. That is crazy. In the Champions League final, we will face Paris Saint-Germain from France. A big dog. The Europa League goes to RB Leipzig of Valencia. And the Conference League to Bayern Munich in a star-studded final over Newcastle United. However, as expected, we are the runaway champions in the end on 90 points, only 6 draws and 4 losses all season long, 28 wins, 12 ahead of Liverpool. We've lost the Community Shield though at the start of the season to Manchester City. We've won the FA Cup, however, 4-1 in the final against Leicester. And even the Carabao Cup, defeating Manchester City 2-1. That is a brilliant season. That explains it. Dexter Gordon, 43 goals. I picked him up when he was like 74 rated. He's really delivered. 38 goals for Berg. 28 goals and 23 assists, so 51 contributions for Dexter Grant is crazy as well. However, now it is time for Wembley Stadium in our own country against PSG. They are the official Champions League winner from last season, so we have to be very careful. I'm really excited to use those young players. However, now PSG are coming forward with Hendrik. Plays it into Lambert, but we get a foot in, important one. Good ball into Hendrik, he's the danger man of PSG. Pass Bernard and great save keeper. Corner kick, Ben Doak to swing one inside, just over the bar by Hendrik. Oh, what a mistake by our midfielder. Hendrik is played in easily and a phenomenal save by the keeper. We have to wake up here. Corner kick, PSG, Ben Doak. Swings one inside. We don't get a head on it again and Prince is there once more. This is Williams into... no. Here go PSG once more. Van Doog again. They are dominating so far. Yes, Van Doog, Hendrik 1-0. PSG take the lead and it is deserved. Yes, Williams. Good ball into Berg. We are looking to create some openings, but it's so difficult. Maybe now. This is a good play. Williams with the equalizing chance and he takes it. 1-1 from our center midfielder, Williams. Great play for once. We can break them down. Just no offside and it is Williams with a emphatic finish into the top corner. Yes, Williams, the goal scorer. He's so elegant on the ball. Back into Lawrence, who has that weird running style. Look at him go here. He still keeps the ball. Now Williams. We still have a chance. Maybe we can create another one. It's blocked in the last second. This is Gordon. We are so determined right now. Just before half time here. This is Williams again. The goal scorer, Williams. No, never like that. Ben Doak. Running past Anderson. This is Ben Doak still. Chance. That was offside though. Thankfully. Good ball into Samuel. Can we find an overlap? Now James, who has seen a yellow. This is James. No. Maybe now. Yes. This is it. Williams 2-1. Praise for our center midfielder. He's such an offensive threat as it seems. We have turned the game around. I can take a sip of coffee because we are now 2-1 ahead and I want to show you this. Great display. And just finding the open space. Playing it cool, calm and collected. 2-1 to Sheffield Wednesday. Here come PSG though, trying to respond, but Captain Bernard is there for everyone to see as we launch another counter-attack. Ground into Berg, the striker. Can he do something great? Oh, what an action that would, what a goal that would have been. I want to bring on the likes of Graham and even Taylor for the right wing. And Anderson in the midfield for the yellow-carded James. Here is Anderson, number 19. We have a lot of space there in the middle. Anderson finds Graham. Our joker could finish the game off. Yes, he does. First real chance for Graham for any striker tonight. And it's 3-1 to Sheffield Wednesday. We are peppering PSG. That's because we've got such a super team. Look at the finish here. Tuck. What a striker. A backup striker, that is. Here come PSG again, but Bernard, the captain, is so great. And now we can send away Taylor. Another new of the man. Another new guy. Taylor, that's no pen, says the ref. Could have been a fourth. Hendrik goes through one final time, but Williams, the brace scorer, is there once again to intercept. Going forward. William still plays the ball into Berg. This should be over by now. Maybe we can get another goal. No, PSG clear it, but that spin it. We get a comfortable win in the end in the Champions League final and win a quadruple with a Jamaican side only. It has taken us about 10 seasons, so a lot of investment, a lot of time we had to invest as well in this project. But Sheffield Wednesday are finally on top not only of England, but of Europe, winning a quadruple in the final season. And the most important one, the UEFA Champions League. But lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, then by all means please support me. Please consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel. It's been a real task, this one. A real grind that took me about 2 days. And now it is time to wrap it up with our captain Bernard lifting the Champions League trophy. One of the OGs of the Sheffield Wednesday side, maybe even the only one because Loeb retired. Jamaican sides on top of Europe. There it is. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm out.